What's up, fellas? In the second of today's videos, we have more NBA All-Star content. In the first video of the day, we talked about why having an All-Star game, a physical game this year, is one of the stupidest things that the NBA has come up with in a while. And in this video, we're going to talk about the first returns of All-Star fan voting. The fan voting is always an interesting thing to take a look at, and that's what we're going to be looking at in today's video. But quickly, before we get started, if you're new here, what's up? My name is Tucker. I upload NBA content on this channel twice a day, every single day. So if you're looking for the most consistent NBA content on YouTube, this is a great place to be. You can also leave a like rating on the video as well. Helps me out a ton. Lets me know that you're enjoying this specific piece of content so I can make more like it, and helps it get out to more people on YouTube as well. And you can check me out at various socials at the bottom of the screen and a link tree in the description below. With those things said, let's go and take a look at the first fan returns of the NBA All-Star game. So there are some things that are expected here, right? As it's split up between West and East, front court and guards, which I like that voting process, by the way, just because of the way the league is now. I like the fact that they just split it up into front court and guards rather than like guards, front court, centers, like all that stuff. So in the front court, it's not necessarily a surprise. KD and LeBron are leading all vote getters in this All-Star count to this point. For the guards, it's Beal and Curry. That's not surprising at all. As we look at the Western Conference front court, though, there are some interesting names. So you go LeBron, Nikola Jokic, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, Paul George. All those names make complete sense. The sixth highest vote getter in the front court in the West is Zion. And I made a video the other day talking about how Zion is playing a lot better than I think a lot of people were realizing, and he has great stats. I did not expect him to be the sixth highest All-Star vote getter in the Western Conference and have nearly double the All-Star votes that his teammate Brandon Ingram does in the front court. I also did not expect to see Andrew Wiggins 7th. Christian Wood should be above both of these guys. It really shouldn't be all that close, and I understand that, Zion's just hugely popular, hyped up player. Christian Wood should be higher than both of those guys, in my opinion. And then a guy that is a staple on All-Star fan voting, no matter what. Carmelo Anthony could retire tomorrow, and he could still place in the front court voting in the Western Conference or whatever conference he would have been in. Carmelo is 10th in Western Conference front court voting with almost 180,000 votes. More votes than Julius Randle, Gordon Hayward, Jeremy Grant, Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook, SGA, CJ McCollum, Chris Paul, Devin Booker. Carmelo Anthony has more votes than every single one of those players that I just mentioned. Not that Carmelo's having like a bad season or anything, but like he should not be in All-Star contention. He certainly should not have more All-Star votes than someone like Devin Booker. And it's just one of the things that happens with the fan votes, right? For the front court in the Eastern Conference, it's a little bit less weird. You go KD, Giannis, Embiid, Tatum. Huge drop off to Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, Domantas Sabonis, who should be higher than this. Julius Randle, who I honestly thought would be higher just because he's in New York. I thought that he would get more hype than this. Gordon Hayward is a nice addition, and then Jeremy Grant all the way down there at 10, who scoring-wise is actually doing pretty well in Detroit, but not a ton to see there, right? As we move now to the Western Conference guards, this is a very, very interesting group. So Steph and Luka lead the pack. Luka's votes are down a little bit because he's not having as good of a season as he's had in the past. Of course, Steph is going to be all the way at the top. Then we've got Dame, and then a massive drop off from those top three vote getters all the way down to Ja Morant. We go from about 1 million votes all the way down to 257 for Morant, followed by Mitchell, Booker, Chris Paul, CJ McCollum, and SGA. All those things make complete sense. And then at the 10th spot for the guards is Klay Thompson in the Western Conference. He has 99,000 votes. Now, to be fair, that's the lowest number on this entire graphic here. But still, Klay Thompson, who has not played a game this season, will not play a game this season, has almost as many votes as SGA, who's been really, really good for Oklahoma City this season, and almost as many votes as CJ McCollum. So by my count, there are 3 Portland Trailblazers already here, and of course, Dame and CJ are going to be getting votes, but then Carmelo there as well, as the third. But not anything crazy going on there with the guards outside of Klay and that huge drop-off after the top 3. And then it's honestly kind of a similar story here with the guards in the Eastern Conference. So Bradley Beal leading vote getter, Kyrie is second, James Harden is third. So we've got all 3 of the Brooklyn Nets placing within the top 3 of their respective categories, whether it be front court or guards in the East. Jaylen Brown with a significant drop off after James Harden, but it's good to see him represented here. I wouldn't have been surprised if they put him in the front court, considering that someone like Jimmy Butler is in the front court. But Jaylen Brown there is 4th for the Eastern Conference guards. Then LaVine, Trae Young all the way down at 6th. I think last year he got a huge amount of fan votes and was one of the reasons, not the only reason, of course, that he made the All-Star team last year, but I think his fan votes were way, way higher last year. Colin Sexton at number 7, Derrick Rose, our second Detroit Piston being represented here in the Eastern Conference. All-Star fan returns here, of course, though. I mean, Rose is the fan favorite of a lot of people. And then Russ at number 9 and Ben Simmons all the way down at number 10. Not many Ben Simmons fans out there, as you can see by the fact that, Westbrook and Simmons all the way down here at the bottom Jeremy Grant got more votes than Ben Simmons. Gordon Hayward got more votes than both Westbrook and Simmons. Carmelo got more votes than Westbrook, Simmons, and almost as many as Derrick Rose. There's just some very odd things happening, as always. And I understand that fan votes only count for a certain percentage, and it's not like these are going to be our All-Star teams. It's not like Carmelo and Klay Thompson are going to make the All-Star team. But this makes me glad that the fan vote only counts for the percentage of the votes that it does, because every single year some stuff happens like this. And honestly, this isn't as bad as it has been in past years. I don't recall, however, seeing such crazy drop-offs between the top 3 on down to some of these other guys. And at the end of the day, like I will do like all-star votes and stuff the closer we get. But at the end of the day, things should level out. Like we'll see LeBron, Jokic, AD, Kawhi, and Paul George, and then we'll see Steph and Luka and Dame. And then in the East, we'll see KD, Giannis, Embiid, Tatum. Then we'll see Beal, Irving, Harden, and whoever else. In terms of guys that could possibly make it, I believe for the first time, I didn't look this up beforehand, but I think that Jaylen Brown would be a first-time All-Star. I don't remember if Bam made it last year, if I'm honest. And then there's a lot of guards in the West that haven't made it either. So I'll have to take a look and really come out with my own kind of ballot here as we get closer to the All-Star game that I think is a dumb idea, but I will talk about anyway because it needs to be talked about. But here are your fan votings. Let me know down in the comment section below who you guys either voted for or who you would have voted for. I personally did not partake in any fan voting for any of these guys. I more so just kind of wanted to see what happened with the voting and then kind of react to it and take a look afterwards. But let me know down in the comment section below who you guys think should be making the All-Star team, what you think about these results right here, because there are certainly some interesting results that came out of this. I think one of the biggest takeaways too is this Western Conference front court stuff is way weirder than I thought it would have been. Because once you get past the 5 guys of like the 4 LA guys and Nikola Jokic, things get a little bit weird in the Western Conference front court between Zion, Wiggins, Wood, Ingram, and then Melo all the way down there at the bottom. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see who ends up, making the All-Star team in each conference. But as I said, let me know in the comment section below who you guys would have voted for in each conference. But with all those things said, that is going to be the end of the second video of today, and I thank you all very much for watching. As I said in the beginning, my name is Tucker. If you enjoyed the videos, then leave a like rating on them. You can also check out more videos from me at the boxes on screen and on the channel as a whole. You can also check me out at various socials at the bottom of the screen, that link tree in the description below. If you want to hang out with me outside of these videos, if you want to ask me questions, you can send me DMs, whatever the case may be. It's a great place to connect with me outside of these videos. But with all those things said, hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you all next time.